It is literally the biggest day in crypto history that happened yesterday with this news from the CFTC and the SEC. But unfortunately, everybody's just on Google Googling meme coins because that's exactly how you get rich in crypto, right? Even though the success rate with meme coins is like, what, 0.05%, the people that made over $10,000. Either way, I support you in your effort to do whatever it is to make money legally and ethically. But we have to talk about this news because crypto and traditional finance just has successfully merged together and literally nobody is talking about it. Everybody's so concerned with everything else. But I'm going to talk about it because I'm excited. I'm very, very, very excited. And I'm going to get to the shout outs in a second, but we have to cover this news. CFTC and SEC staff just issued a joint statement. In the past, the CFTC and the SEC, they have done things a little bit differently. Done a few things differently, and they haven't really worked together. And now, because of the Crypto White House report under this administration, the SEC and the CFTC said, hey, we're going to work together with the documents that were provided for us and issue clear regulation, clear guidelines so we can not only bring businesses back to America, but so we are no longer enforcing by legal action. We don't want to do that. So they clarified that SEC and CFTC registered exchanges are not prohibited from facilitating the trading of certain spot crypto asset products. We kind of knew this already because we were still operating on exchanges like Kraken and Coinbase and crypto.com, which I love Kraken. I love crypto.com. Those are my top. We got the Kraken ref link down below. If you don't want to use it, that's fine. I don't care. But those are the ones that I like to use, not financial advice. But it's now official. There's no gray area. They said you can operate on these exchanges, which means we're not going to go sue them. We're not going to randomly throw a dart at the dart wheel thingies that then they have in the dive bars. We're not going to throw dots and start naming things securities. Remember they did it with XRP and Matic Polygon and Solana and Lord knows what else, literally everything else. But they're not going to go after anyone anymore. They're giving guidelines so that these companies can offer within it. SEC and CFTC staff clarified that registered U.S. exchanges are not prohibited from listing and facilitating certain spot crypto products. Again, they still need to really classify what is a security, what isn't a security, and they're also talking about spot. We're not talking about leverage. However, recently, last week, remember the SEC and the CFTC, I forget who it was. It was either one of them, but they said, hey, we're going to allow a pathway for American citizens to use offshore exchanges, Binance, Bybit, and many others, which those exchanges offer leverage. So there's probably going to be some sort of way to do that. So all of this is combined together. We are establishing the solid foundation and things are progressing. A lot of people in crypto are used to that instant gratification, like the massive losses with meme coins, which again, I dabble in meme coins too, but I prefer to hold a lot of these older utility projects because I think they're going to do all this stuff. That's going to be crypto spot ETFs. But back to this. Paul Atkins said market participants should have freedom to choose where to trade spot crypto assets. And I agree with him. You should be able to choose where you want to put your money, how you want to invest, and what you want to do with it. That is the ethos of crypto. It's the ethos of Bitcoin, owning digital cash, owning your assets, owning your money, and opting out of predatory third parties. Acting CFTC Chair Caroline Pham, love her. She follows me on X. So honored. Said prior regulatory uncertainty is over. Prior regulatory uncertainty is over. Prior unregulatory uncertainty is over. Yeah, I repeated it a million times. And why? Because they're giving you clear guidelines. They're saying, we're going to allow you to operate in crypto. We're going to allow U.S. registered exchanges, whether it's NASDAQ, whether it's whatever, TD, Ameritrade, whoever the hell else. We're going to allow you guys to trade crypto on these platforms if they choose to. You can use Kraken. You can use crypto.com. You can do whatever. No more regulatory uncertainty. We're not going to sue good actors. Come in, talk to us, register, do what you have to do. We're not going after you anymore. And lastly, Van Eck, head of digital asset research, Matthew Siegel, said NYSE, NASDAQ, CBOE, CME are now positioned to offer spot trading in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more. Along with this, we had the announcement from President Trump, the executive order that allows people to utilize their 401ks, which unlocks between $8 to $12.5 trillion. The numbers vary. to enter into crypto. And along with this executive order, VanEck's head of digital assets, Matthew Siegel, says NYSE, NASDAQ, CBOE, CME are now positioned to offer spot trading of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more different crypto assets. Guess what assets are going to take priority? Obviously Bitcoin, obviously Ethereum, because they have spot ETFs, but probably all of the other crypto or the other applicants that applied for crypto spot ETFs, for HBAR, for Link, for Avalanche, for ADA, for Solana, for Litecoin, for XRP, those are probably going to get approved soon. This is what I'm building up together. And Q4 is going to be massive because once those are available, they're going to be available to everybody to trade, not only on crypto exchanges, but where the big boys are, where trillions and trillions and trillions of dollar liquidity is. And not a lot of people are excited about this. But we cover this stuff every day because regulatory clarity is important. And you guys need to understand what's happening so you can position yourselves properly. So that's the big news nobody's talking about. We've got so much more to cover. We've got some really, really big ondo news, HBAR news, XRP news, all kinds of stuff. Chainlink news, positioning, tokenization. When we're talking about tokenization, RWAs, number one, they need Chainlink to operate because of the oracles. Then they also utilize projects like Ondo and Hedera, those technologies to tokenize things so that they could go on these exchanges and you guys could do what you want to do because you're smart and you've educated yourself and you're practicing risk management. That's what all of this means. So yeah, we're not currently in like a crazy altcoin season. But again, what do you think is going to happen when all these crypto spot ETFs get approved? And again, I could be 100% wrong. But at the end of the day, we got to start adding things up and have a bullish scenario and a bearish scenario. But anyways, shout out to TikTok, shout out to Rumble, shout out to Twitch, and of course, shout out to my YouTube babes. You guys always are showing up every day. To Mr. D, to Mr. Dale, to Mr. R, to Timp, to Susan V, gorgeous Susan V. I like to hype the girls up. I'm a girl's girl. Mr. Legend, Mr. Lawrence. Shout out to Lawrence for the $5 super chat. Oh, by the way, Lawrence, me and my mom, we not only did we go to Costco yesterday, but we had a nice little girls' lunch. Nice little girls' lunch. Thank you, Tim, so much for gifting a super chat to Dave's dog, Zoe. Love it, love it, love it. And here we go. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Smash a like, subscribe. Drop a comment because I read them all. But you guys want to get more. We want to keep this going, okay? So let's keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right. So we covered that story. Now, this is a post from Miss Ellie. And again, I like to show different sources and all this stuff because why not? But this is from Miss Ellie, basically commenting on a show of Rare Unity. She's an analyst. She was over at Fox News. Now she has Crypto America. Amazing. Did a lot of coverage of the Ripple versus SEC. But this is amazing. The fact that these two entities are working together, great, fine, fantastic. We love to see it. Also, this is from CoinDesk. Trump, XRP, and Solana options signal a potential year-end altcoin season power trade. Crypto Opinions platform power trade. I don't know who the hell they are. Congratulations to them for pumping everything. Let's get this up. Let's get this up. Power trade reports that traders are betting on a strong year-end rally in several altcoins, including Solana, XRP, Trump, Hype, and Link. Trump, the meme coin, I'm going to remove that from here, and that's fine. You guys could do whatever you want to do about it. But I agree with their opinion. A lot of the utility stuff. Hype is a really I don't want to say undervalued, but a lot of people like it, especially on crypto Twitter, because that platform allows you to do everything on chain and you can short all kinds of stuff, which we like, which I hope people short Gavin Newsom's meme coin into oblivion. We'll talk about that later. Because he wants to counteract what Trump is doing, which is the dumbest thing for a campaign anyways, but I digress. But basically, they're saying that August trading volume exceeded 1 billion with 68% in call options showing bullish sentiment. And again, most of these are probably like more on the traditional finance side. Again, I don't know who the hell this company is. That's fine. Great. Fantastic. Pump our bags. We love to see it. Heavy call buying on Solana and large XRP call block trades indicate confidence in Q4 gains and regulatory optimism. These guys are probably smarter than I am because I'm just some dodo on the internet. But if they are saying that they have confidence in Q4 gains and regulatory optimism, great. Because that's the same thing I've been saying. But my reasoning, not only regulatory optimism, but more so these crypto spot ETFs getting approved. Institutions are increasingly active using large altcoin trades for hedging and speculation. Cool. Power Trade also says with Fed policy steady and liquidity returning, stars are aligning for a monster altcoin season at the end of the year. And I hope that that is the case. In addition to that, we got a lot more to cover, but I just want to drop this over here really quickly. United States collected $31 billion in tariff revenue in August, the highest monthly total this year. There are rumors that people do want to that Trump wants to get this tariff thing situated as soon as possible, but they're talking about modifying taxes and using tariffs for that reason. Again, I've got no idea how this is going to work out. All I'm hoping for is that this pumps the markets. That's all I care about. Also, too, to talk a little bit about traditional stuff that matters. Bessent to start Fed chair interviews on Friday because they got to get a new chair because I think what was her name? Lisa Cook. They fired her, but she's going to be suing and doing all that stuff. But there is 11 candidates under consideration. Notable names: Christopher Waller, Michelle Brown, Kevin Hassett, Kevin Warsh, and Bessent will present a short list to Trump after the interviews. Waller, Christopher Waller, who's a Fed governor, said the Fed should start cutting interest rates next meeting. So again, they're going to try to get people on the Fed that are going to lower interest rates. Once we get lower interest rates, it's going to be a very bullish signal for the market, in my personal opinion. Long term, people are saying it's negative. I don't care because all of you that are watching are very educated. You guys are smart. So you guys are going to understand how important it is to either stack gold or Bitcoin, assets you believe in, real estate, and aggressively take profit to prepare just in case things go absolutely crazy. So we want the rates cut short term. We want Americans to be able to live. We want Americans to be able to afford food, shelter, and energy. And cutting interest rates will help with that because, again, the cost to borrow money will decrease to allow people to pay their debts off, to allow people to get into homes, to allow people to do whatever it is they want to do. Because credit card debt is out of control right now. It is. It just is. So we cut the rates. We remove people that are doing illegal stuff from the Fed, get people in that are going to help lower rates. It's going to bump the economy short term. It is going to push the stock market and push crypto. We're going to get the crypto spot ETFs and we're good. Number goes up. Fingers crossed. Again, just speculation over there. Speculation. We've got some more stuff coming up for the SEC, which is bullish and good. But let's take a current look at the market. Also, if you guys want to short with me, I got FEMX ref link down below. If you need to democratize housing, I don't know exactly what that means. I have to re-Google. I have to look up democratize or demonetize. We need to demonetize housing. I need to look up what that means. That means not make money on housing. No, we don't do socialism here. I don't think that's what you're talking about. I got to look into that. Well, my ADHD is going a little bit all over the place. So we'll look at that. Well, I don't know if I like that. Anyways, market is doing good. Fartcoin is up. That's a great sign. Floki is up. Ethereum is, wow, Ethereum, we haven't seen there. Solana is up. Everything is up. Everything is great. Everybody's happy. Yourmom.com. Kraken also too. Kraken is my favorite US based exchange. I use them daily almost to do little things here and there. And we got a ref link down below if you want to use it. Great. If not, that's fine. That's your business. But they do have customer service. All right. So Bitcoin is on an absolute tear. We weren't able to close above resistance at $11,000 yesterday, which is key because this is our cute little chart over here that levels that I've drawn out for you guys a long time ago. So we got that. But now we are trading above $111,000 and we need to sustain. Market CIPHER printed a local bottom, which generally indicates we found support. And hopefully we go up. Taking a look at Ethereum. Ethereum didn't even hit $4,100. Okay, didn't even hit. And now we're up and we're getting ready to break this $4,500 area. Love it. Solana is trading above $200 at about $210. Had a really nice candle yesterday. XRP is currently at 286, kind of slumping a little bit, but that's okay. We were able to sustain above 275. The next crucial area of resistance right now is 297, and then we go to $3. Taking a look at Link. Link is also doing well. Love to see it. Link is one of those projects that I hold and I added more of recently because why not? Cardano. Oh, we got a Cardano story too because Cardano is fully decentralized. We're up over here. We're back above support. I'm taking a look at HBAR. HBAR is climbing too. We did create a new area of a new range because that's what I do. And looks like the local bottom here is 21 cents. So we're trying to get that push back above 22 cents. But other than that, market is responding and looking really well. And it's probably because there's a lot of bullish news, primarily because of the story with the CFTC and chainlink. Now, This comes from Nate Garassi. He is a ETF person. Robinhood met with SEC Crypto Task Force to discuss regulation of crypto assets. Those include tokenization of privately offered OTC quoted and exchange listed securities. Major brokers seeking to quickly expand crypto-related offerings. Why do they want to do this? They want to do this because they want to make money. Because the CFTC and SEC is like, hey, you guys can do what you want to do. You want to trade crypto on TradFi exchanges? Great. You want to do it on crypto exchanges? Great. You guys want to tokenize things? Great. We'd love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. And that's exactly what's going on. So now all the banks and everybody, they're like, they're all coming together, all the TradFi entities coming together, and they want to push this out as fast as possible because they know that there's a lot of money in crypto because we're still like a $4 trillion industry, which could be a lot bigger soon. And they're going to be the ones adding liquidity. And those of you that have been holding and stacking your positions and doing everything the right way and practicing risk management, you're going to be able to dump on their heads. And it's probably not a nice thing to say. But at the end of the day, they've been dumping on us for quite some time. Next on the docket today, where am I? Ondo. Wall Street 2.0 is here. Ondo Global Markets. They're tokenizing everything. Everything. Ondo launched over 100 tokenized stocks and ETFs on Ethereum today. Which again, this is why I like Ethereum's got a lot of issues, but at the end of the day, Ethereum is Wall Street's pick right now. Could Solana directly compete with that next cycle? Yes. Can Hedera do it? Yes. Can Cardano do it? Yes. Ripple's a little bit of a different realm, but there's other layer ones I think that can directly compete with Ethereum in the future. We'll have to see. It's open to non-US and non-UK institutional and retail investors across Asia Pacific, Europe, Africa, and Latin America. Retail investors, key word. They plan to expand to 1,000 assets by year end. They support for BNB chain and Solana coming soon, but they did it on Ethereum because Ethereum is what Wall Street and TradFi is using right now. All assets are fully backed by stocks and ETFs held at U.S. regulated broker dealers. Offers traditional exchange liquidity and DeFi compatibility with Chainlink, the Oracle provider, which is right over here. And again, Chainlink I'm incredibly bullish on because why wouldn't you be? You need oracles to do everything, and that's why when they put the GDP on the blockchain, they use Chainlink and Pyth. They like a little bit of competition there. Also, this is a little bit of a side note that we had talked about quite some time ago. This is an old story, but again, this came from June 11th. It's an older one that kind of resurfaced, but Ondo did launch OUSG on the XRPL in June, which was a while ago. And OUSG is a tokenized fund issued by Ondo Finance that offers on-chain exposure to short-term U.S. Treasury securities backed by BlackRock's U.S. Treasury ETF, all intermingled. Now, to kind of piggyback off of this, what's going on, look what's happening with Coinbase. Coming September 22nd, MAG 5 plus crypto equity index futures. More traditional finance products coming to crypto. So basically, they're launching exposure to U.S. tech stocks, Coinbase stock, and BlackRock's Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. The tech stocks will be Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Nvidia, Meta, and Tesla. Crypto stocks, Coin, of course, because they got to pump their bags. And BlackRock's Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs are IBIT and ETH, aimed at institutional clients first, retail access coming soon. One thing I don't like about Coinbase is that everything is always. I saw the news about Holochain. So congratulations. I just haven't had a chance to cover it because we're covering the big stuff today. If you want to send me the link, we can take a look at it tomorrow possibly. But one of the things I don't like about Coinbase, they always focus on institutions first and retail last, even though retail really kind of helped build their business the way it is. I digress, but that's why I'm more of a Kraken girl. Just because, and I had a Coinbase Refling for a while too. But it just, there's a hot mess over there. I get text messages from all the scam people every single day. Anyways, weirdos. Next story. Now let's go ahead and talk about Hedera, more tokenization. Hashgraph Group and government of, I can't pronounce that, #1 GDP contributor to India have launched India's first state carbon bank on Hedera, which is awesome. And I've got people from India watching me. We've talked about Telcoin before. I don't know what you want me to say about it. That they filed for a banking license like way back when. I don't know what you want me to say about it. I just said something. Anyways, let's continue to talk about this. But basically, India's first carbon state bank officially launched on Hedera, which is great. Platform enables tokenization, verification, and secure trading of carbon credits on chain, which is good. And this is a trend that's going to become a global thing. It's a collaboration between the Hashgraph Group and the government of Maharashtra, I mispronounced it, apologies, which is India's top GDP contributing state. Hashgraph Group is a Swiss-based international business, VC, and tech firm operating exclusively within the Hedera ecosystem. Now, Avalanche, Toyota blockchain designing autonomous robotaxi infrastructure. And again, Avalanche is one of those, along with Hedera, that I think will get the crypto spot ETF approval. So basically, Avalanche and Toyota blockchain lab are building a network to support autonomous robotaxi fleets. I don't like the robotaxi things. I don't, but hey. It's going to use Avalanche tech to secure data sharing across ride sharing, insurance, financing, and carbon tracking. Again, more carbon tracking. They want to tokenize mobility, enabling on-chain vehicle ownership, transfers, and robo-taxi business models built on chain. I'm not a fan of robo-taxis, but I like putting the viewership and all that stuff on chain. For insurance and all that stuff, because it makes it easy to verify. Future operators could raise funds on chain using tokens and manage fleet payments, leasing, and ownership of network. That would be interesting to see. Make things more transparent. Hopefully it'll put Uber out of business because they're terrible and they don't pay their people good enough. More RWAs. And again, RWAs mean tokenize everything and pump the markets. Galaxy Digital to tokenize its SEC registered shares on Solana in key RWA move. This is an interesting one, but it's basically first time NASDAQ listed company equity is tokenized directly on the public blockchain. Shares can be held and transferred. And Galaxy, the hashtag GLXY, may be available via automated market makers and other DeFi platforms to unblock broader liquidity and utility. So basically, you're going to be able to trade a stock 24/7, 365. Now, Solana, they went ahead and taught more tokenization stuff. Remora launches tokenized stocks on Solana. They are a marketplace. They offer compliant on-chain equity exposure through transparent proof of reserves, one-to-one asset-backed mint and burn system, basically what Ondo is doing. They listed top tech stocks like Tesla and NVIDIA. Cool, good for them. Also, this one is a big one. The first U.S. Solana staking ETF, SSK by RecShares, recorded 15.8 million in inflows yesterday, bringing total inflows to 219 million, new all-time highs. Why is this important? This is important because we want to get an Ethereum staking ETF. And the fact that we have a Solana staking ETF means that we're eventually going to get an Ethereum staking ETF, or we're going to see Ethereum we're going to see staking be added to the existing Ethereum ETFs. I don't think so. I think it's going to be something separate, which means kind of like dividends, which is super, super cool. I'm still planning on selling 90% of my Ethereum at $10,000. So I actually had a nightmare yesterday that I sold my Ethereum now. I need that $3 million, baby. I need it. The $3 million is going to be absolutely the $10,000. Can you imagine selling Ethereum at $10,000 per Ethereum? 90% of it? I'm going to have a lot. I'm so excited. And then at $25,000, I'll sell the rest at $25,000. Ooh. Now let's go ahead and talk about Charles H over here. Charles H posted, and I am following Charles H over here. Oh, goodness gracious. Proposal for the new Constitution Committee has been ratified. It will be enacted at the next epoch boundary. Cardano is fully decentralized. Cardano Constitution Committee is a governing body responsible for upholding on-chain constitution and overseeing governance process as part of the decentralized governance model. All founding entities are no longer members of the committee. Governance power has been fully handed to the community. So Cardano is 100% decentralized. Absolutely wonderful, which is in very much contrast with Ethereum. Ethereum Foundation, transparency notice. They're just crazy over there. Ethereum Foundation plans to sell 10,000 ETH, 43 million over the next few weeks on centralized exchanges to fund research, development, grants, and donations. Yeah. $43 million. They'll probably do it in increments to where it's like $3 million each time, I would imagine, or $1 million each time. We'll see, though, but this is just ridiculous. This follows the June rollout of structured treasury policy aimed at aligning sales with operational needs and increasing transparency via regular reporting. What do they need $43 million for? Like, why couldn't they just sell like $3 million worth? Like, what do you need so much money for to dump so much ETH? But why not? That's just what they do. Now, while everybody was paying attention to everything but the CFTC and the SEC. Memecoin Google searches signal retail interest is stirring again, but far from January's peak frenzy. I'm going to tell you guys this right now, okay? I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I don't care what KuCoin and Dogecoin mining are doing. I don't care. I have Dogecoin. Elon, lawyer, needs to lead the first Dogecoin treasury company. No, he doesn't. He doesn't owe you anything. This is what the thing is you guys expect people to owe you things. No one owes you anything. No one needs to do anything. The cool thing about crypto is you could build whatever you want and do what you want, but no one needs to do anything. But back to the to this story over here. Meme coins. You guys want to trade meme coins? The ones on Solana are brutal, man. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. Also, Trump's family-backed Bitcoin mining firm American Bitcoin debuts on NASDAQ under the ticker ABTC. So that's live now. Eric Trump is the co-founder. This is not a Trump company. This is not a President Trump company. It's backed by Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr., probably just like World Liberty Finance. So that happened. I also put out a video for you guys yesterday about everything that happened with World Liberty Finance, explaining it to you. No one really watched it, so I'm not going to do long-form educational videos anymore explaining what things mean. I'll just do this type of crap. Anyways, Winklevoss twins at crypto exchange Gemini eyes $2.3 billion valuation of public offering. The shares are expected to be priced between $17 and $19 trading under the ticker GEMI. The reason why I'm bringing this to you is because a lot of people have been doing really, really well when it comes to crypto stocks. So probably take a look at this. Lead underwriters are Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, and Cantor Fitzgerald. And that's pretty much it. That's the news. I've got a video for you guys coming at what is sus? Tell you what. I'm telling you, I just told you everything, honey. But the biggest news is the CFTC and the SEC coming together, essentially acknowledging crypto for what it is and bringing together crypto and traditional finance. The only thing I've got an issue with is we need to abolish the accredited investor law. That is bad. It's not good. We don't like it. But other than that, things are really setting standards for... I don't message you, honey. Why would I message you? I don't know who you are. What makes you think I would message you on any account? You need to stop getting in DMs with random people, though. That's what you need to stop doing. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta make more content. I've got a video coming for you guys at 2 p.m. PT today, like a 3 to 5 minute one, and then set alerts for 6 p.m. because I drop a crypto roundup of literally everything that happened today. It's like 2 minutes. Anyway, sending you all love and light. Thank you so much. But we gotta go do content, all kinds of stuff. And today's an early day. Today's Mexican food day. So after I get low from school, she gets a bean and cheese burrito. Mommy gets chicken tacos, but I don't eat the I eat the chicken, because I'm trying not to do carbs during the week. Sending y'all love and light. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, set alerts, yourmom.com. Be good. I don't know when Digibody's coming back. I think they blocked me over there, even though I had them on the show all the time. I don't know what happened. Anyways, I gotta go. We want everything to pump, so let's pump it. I know there's fake accounts to me. There's nothing I can do about it. What do you want me to do, Bradley? What do you want me to do? Nothing. There's nothing I can do. Get mad at social media. I don't like Chipotle. Chipotle is not Mexican food. I don't like to shop at corporations if I don't have to. I go to smaller mom and pop shops. We go to the local carniceria, all kinds of stuff if we can. Anyways, sending everybody love and light. Bye. Bye, sweeties. Taco carts. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Spaghetti. No